Maureen and welcome to my kitchen. It is Tuesday after Easter and we have some leftovers from our Easter dinner. So we're going to make a frittata. And I thought that it would just be a wonderful video to show you how to make a lovely leftover makeover frittata from things that you already have in your fridge. And you can sub out any of these things to things that you have on hand or things that you like better. So let's see how we make this. First off, I hope everyone had a lovely Easter Sunday. Rick and I have been sick for like a week. And this is the first day that I have felt almost human. So we're going to have, I'm going to cook supper. I've kind of been making ends meet, so to speak, in the kitchen for the family over the last week or so, just because we felt so icky. But Sunday, I did cook off that Trader Joe's ham, which was phenomenal. And I also roasted some asparagus, and we had some scalloped sweet potatoes. But we had some leftovers. I have about a cup here of the roasted asparagus left over, and I just chopped it up. I also have about a cup or so of chopped ham. We have considerably more ham left. We're going to use 8 eggs, a cup of cottage cheese. I have about a half a cup of sliced, very thinly sliced shallot. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of butter, about a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, and then I had a wedge. This ends up probably being about 2 cups of really good quality Gouda cheese. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in the egg mixture, and then we're going to season things up with some salt, some pepper, some herbes de Provence, and a dash of hot sauce. So let's get going on this. We'll just start by breaking all of the eggs in. I'm going to move things around a little so you can more easily see me do this. Just be a little bit easier. On the stove, I'm going to take this butter and I'm going to pop it in a skillet, an oven-proof skillet. So you can use cast iron. I'm using a stainless steel little chef's pan, and you can go from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and break all these eggs in. Okay, just get these going, and then instead of using milk, I'm going to use a cup of cottage cheese. If you don't have cottage cheese on hand, it is not a big deal. Just use milk, or some ricotta cheese would be good. Whatever you like. I like the texture the cottage cheese gives to the frittata. I think it makes it really light and beautiful, and it gives it a nice flavor, and it helps it get a little more loft to it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to season it up. I'm going to toss in some salt. Now remember, we are going to be using some Parmesan, so I'm going to use about a half a teaspoon of salt because the Parmesan is salty. I'm going to use a healthy pinch of herbes de Provence, and that's got all sorts of lovely things in it. This actually I made myself. That's a jar from some herbes de Provence that I purchased, but I had refilled it with my own blend. And I did a video of how to do that too. I'll link that below so you guys can see it. And I'm going to do a few turns of cracked black pepper. So that's about a half a teaspoon. Give that a good whisk together. And now we'll meet you over at the stove. We're back, and I totally forgot to put the lemon in. So I'm going to use the juice of about half a lemon. I also forgot to toss in the hot sauce. This, of course, is to taste. You can substitute cayenne pepper. You can saute jalapenos. It's up to you. It doesn't even matter. Give that a good whisk. Alright, so what we're going to do now, I've got my butter melted. I'm going to toss in my shallots and get those going in there. I'm also going to toss in my asparagus because I don't want them to cook anymore. I mean, I don't need to cook them because they've already been roasted in olive oil and lemon juice, and They were amazing, and we served them with some garlic aioli, and it was wonderful. But that little bit that's left is, you know, enough for maybe one person. But when you do it like this and you put it in a frittata, it's enough for the whole family. And this is what I love about frittatas. You can have a little bit of meat, a little bit of veg, and some egg, and you can make a whole meal for several people. I'm going to toss my ham in as well. You okay? Yeah. Okay. Poor Rick is a trooper. He's still a little bit woozy on his feet, and he's still in here working the camera for me, and I really, really appreciate that. And you don't need to saute this for long, because remember, we're going to be putting this in the oven. It's going to be baked off anyway, so. Alright, now I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour in my egg and cottage cheese mixture. Okay, get all that in there. And kind of distribute all of your goodies evenly. Now I'm going to crank this up just a little bit to medium-high heat. And I like this to cook on the stovetop until it's almost finished. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put the cheese on the top, and we're going to stir it in just a little bit. In fact, I'm going to stir in a little bit of cheese right now, just so it kind of melts in there and gets all gooey and delicious. Not too much, because you don't want your frittata to fall apart. You still want that egg to hold together like a pie. But the Gouda is so beautiful. It's going to taste just wonderful with this mixture. Okay, so I'm going to go, and I'll be right back when this is ready to go in the oven. Okay, now this is where I have it. Now you're going to look at this, and the curds have set, and all of your goodies are still in there, but it's a little bit loose. So now we have to put this in the oven and bake it off, and it's going to set up really nicely. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sprinkle the 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese on the top. And I'm also going to top it off with the rest of my Gouda. And what you hear is the beagle asking to come in the house. So we'll pop this in the oven, and then we will obey the beagle. Obey the beagle. Okay, I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. Put my light on. Okay. And in it goes. Make sure that your pan is oven safe. Mine is. We're going to keep that in there for 10 to 15 minutes. When a knife inserted in the center comes out clean, it'll be ready, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's time to come out. Okay. This has been in 15 minutes, and it's perfect. Now, you can't cut it yet, so you're going to need to let it sit. I'm going to let this sit for 10 minutes while I prepare my vegetable side dish. And then when we come back, we will fix you a plate of delicious leftover makeover ham and asparagus frittata. All right. I just wanted to share my new cutting board with you, and I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. Here is a plate for you. Beautiful ham and asparagus frittata. And a lovely tricolor pepper medley. I'm going to kind of bust into this so you can see what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's fully set, fully cooked, and nice and firm. That's how you want a frittata to be. And it's nice and steamy. It has been sitting out for about 10 minutes, and that's how you want it before you cut into it. This is a fantastic use for your leftover meat or veggies. Like we used the leftovers from our Easter meal, and then I just had some vegetables in the fridge that needed to be used up, so I sauteed those together and I'm serving them on the side. I did these up in a separate video, so you can be sure to see that. I'm trying to focus more on doing some more vegetable side dishes. I realized that I don't have enough, in my opinion, so if there are some veggie sides that you'd like to see me share, please be sure and write them down in the comments section, and I will consider each and every suggestion. that is how you make a beautiful frittata out of leftovers, and that's our Easter frittata. And tri-pepper medley. So I wanted to show you the cutting board one more time. I received this from the good folks at bylighters.com, and they also have another website called cheaphumidors.com where they sell supplies for, I believe, the cigar aficionado. But they also do custom engraving, and they contacted me and said, you're the only person that we know on YouTube who actually uses a cutting board. So would you, we would like to send you a cutting board engraved with your name, and I just couldn't be more pleased. I think it's absolutely lovely, and I hope that you will check them out. I'll put links down below so you can go check out what they have to offer, and I'm really pleased with it, and I was really excited to get this as a gift from them. So check them out. I'll put links down below. And what do you have in your refrigerator that you could throw into a frittata? I bet that it'll be delicious no matter what it is. So I hope you try this, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram and Google Plus and Blogger. I have a blog over there, and you can take a look at that. You can subscribe to that feed as well. And don't forget that every recipe that you see me do here on YouTube, with the exception of a few earlier ones, you can access all of the recipes over on my website, NareemsKitchen.com, where you will find printer-friendly versions of those recipes so you can print them out and keep them for your own. So, I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!